over our environment. God, what is man that thou art mindful of me? He gives you power to control your environment and control who you are. And that's done, and that's through the love of God. When John was writing, he says, love not the world. That's pretty simple. Neither the things that are in the world. So there's a difference between the world and the things of the world. See, the world is a place, the things of the world are possessions, but the world is actually an attitude. Do you love that more? Lovest thou that more than me? See what I'm saying? And God will ask you those questions. So when you love also tells us what not to love. There are three reasons not to love the world. I'm saying this over because some of you are writing it down. Worldly love rules out the love of God. Now people say, what about Jesse? And I'm going to say something, and I mean this sincerely. I really have a hard time sinning. I really do. I have to make myself. I have to get in the flesh to do it. But if I crucify my flesh daily instead of Sunday, then I don't fulfill the lust of the flesh. You see what I'm saying? And the only time I do sin is when I'm in the flesh. I never sin in the spirit. Oh, and let me help you. You never sin alone neither. You never get up and sin by yourself. Do you know that? You always have a partner in your sin. Who is that? Satan. You see, I've said this in Believers Convention before. I never can understand why, the devil fell. I said, why did God forgive Satan? If he can forgive us, why wouldn't he forgive him? Makes sense, huh? Think about it. We sin, right? We've sinned. We've all sinned, come short of the glory of God. Is that correct? Shake your head. Okay. Yeah. Watch it. Well, Satan sinned. Why was there no redemption given to Satan, but redemption was given to you? You think God loved us more than he loved the devil? Or then Lucifer? The prince of the morning? That's what he was called. Then it dawned on me. The difference between our sin and Satan's sin, we always had someone to help us to sin. Satan never had a tempter. You see, every time you sin, you're tempted. You're pulled away and enticed by something. Satan didn't have a tempter. Satan, no one said, man, you ought to do it. He said, I will exalt myself above the Most High God. I will sit in the congregation of the North. Oh, man, he literally stood up and took it upon himself to become better and greater than God without a tempter. And the Bible said that if you do that, that there remain no remission of sin for you. So that's why he never received redemption. Because he didn't have someone pulling on him to sin. The Bible said, when lust hath conceived or birth, it bringeth forth sin. When sin hath conceived the birth, it bringeth forth death. But notice, as a tempter, it pulls you to do that. See, you never sin by yourself. And you don't sin in the spirit, you sin in the flesh. But if you crucify the flesh, you'll have a hard time sinning. Do you understand what I'm saying? But Satan didn't have nobody say, won't you do this? Won't you do that? Come on, tempting, enticing. No, Satan just simply stood up and said, I will exalt myself. Which he sinned, and that's the unpardonable sin in that manner of speaking. And there remained no remission for a person that does that. That's why Satan can never get saved and was never offered redemption. Isn't that good? That makes common sense. See, remember this, you never sin by yourself. You always got somebody tempting you, but you have someone also by you telling you don't do that. That's called the Spirit of God. So, worldly love rules out the love of God. No one can serve two masters. The human heart is too small to hold both loves.